Sige, proceed tayo sa symmetrical parabolic curve. So dito pakita na natin to during our meeting last Wednesday. Dito sa figure natin, pag sinabing symmetrical parabolic curve, it is a vertical curve na. Kumbaga naka-section view na tayo, no? So, dun sa mga previous curves na discuss natin is naka-plan view or yung top view. Ito is naka-section view na, meaning ito yung parang section profile ng road. Ano? Kumbaga, ito yung sasakyan. So, parang ito yung pinakita kong illustration sa inyo last time. So, ito na yung sasakyan. So, yan, pag ganyan na yung sasakyan. Anyway, so we have here an illustration of a symmetrical parabolic curve. So, gaya na sabi ko last time, malalaman natin na ang isang parabolic curve is symmetrical once na mula dun sa may PC natin or yung point of curvature, papunta dun sa tapat ng PI or the point of intersection is equal sa distance from PI to PT. So as you can see, we have L over 2 for PC to PI and a horizontal distance. And then from PI to PT, we also have L over 2 as distance. So meaning, itong illustration natin is a symmetrical parabolic curve. So there are problems na bibigyan kayo ng distance and sasabihin usually kung anong parabolic curve yun. Okay? So we have here different formulas na magagamit natin. So these formulas, hindi na natin ipapakita paano siya dinerive kasi may mga involved na differentiation. And I think hindi na dun, kumaga kakain pa ng time. During the exam, kung di mo kabisado yung formulas na to, tapos mag-differentiate ka, so medyo matagal pa. So in this case, in parabolic curve, I suggest, kabisaduhin nyo na yung formula since ang common lang naman sa formulas natin is yung gradient 1 and 2, yung forward and back gradient na. And then yung L. Okay, so yan lang naman yung mga mahalaga. Tandaan na lang natin yung formula. And as well as, since nasa parabolic tayo, parabolic ang curve natin dito, we consider the square property ng parabola natin. Okay. Of the parabola. Okay. So here in our illustration, dito sa diagram natin, dito sa point na to, we will find what you call summit. Ano? So meron tayong summit. Ito yung highest point in the parabolic curve. Actually, summit din naman yung tawag ng highest point sa unsymmetrical. So parehas lang naman. Okay, so as you can see, we have here dun sa tapat ng highest point or the summit sa parabolic curve. Ang katapat niya, pag pinroject nyo, mula sa PC papunta doon sa highest point is the S1. Okay? So, dito meron tayong formula from PC. Ano? So, may si S1 daw yun. So, binigay na sa atin yung formula na S1 is equal to back gradient. So, times the L, yung kabuuan ng length of the parabolic curve natin. And over G1 minus G sub 2. Okay, so ito kasi is na-derive using differentiation. Okay, so hindi na natin ipapakita so para hindi masyado mahaba ang discussion, kabisaduhin na lang. So from PT, we have here S2. So as you can see in our illustration, from dito sa point na to papunta sa PT, yun yung S2. So S2 is equal to G2 times the length all over G sub 2 minus G sub 1. So kabisaduhin na lang din natin. So kung ano lang naman yung nandito sa left side, yun yung nandun sa numerator. And then siya yung nauuna sa denominator. Okay. So as you can see here sa square property of the parabola, meron tayong y over s sub 2 raised to 2. So ito yung y, and in-over lang niya sa square ng horizontal distance. Okay. And then, inequate niya dito sa h from the midpoint of the parabolic curve papunta sa point of intersection over the square of the horizontal distance papunta sa PT or sa PC. Okay? So we also have here, so ito yung formula natin, first formula, and the second formula. We also have here the third formula for S1, fourth formula, then yung last discuss natin mamaya yan. So itong second formula, hindi ito magkarugtong si first formula na sa kay second. So yung H kasi binigay sa atin ng formula. Total length of the parabolic curve all over 8 multiplied by the quantity G sub 1 minus G sub 2. So gamitin na lang natin yan later. So dito, meron tayong makikita dito sa illustration na H sub 1 and then H sub 2. So si H sub 1, sa pag pinroject niyan, ito lang din siya, itong portion na to. So para makuha daw yung value niyan, ipag-multiply lang natin yung gradient doon sa horizontal distance. So in this case, we denote x as the distance of pi papunta doon sa highest point or summit natin. So para makuha si h1, g2 times x na horizontal. Okay? So for h2, as you can see, ito si h2. Mula siya doon sa point in gradient papunta doon sa level ng PT. Okay, so ito siya. Ito si H2. So, ito yung gradient. Tapos ito yung horizontal distance. Para daw makuha si H2, i-equate lang natin siya sa product ng gradient 2 and then noong horizontal distance from PT dun sa highest point ng ating parabolic curve. Kaya meron tayong ganitong formula. So, I hope clear yung formulas natin na pinapresent na. So, another formula na in-introduce sa atin is the what you call rate of change or R. So, when you say rate of change, it is the allowable change in gradient. Okay, so meron dyan N, number of station of curve. So, number of station of curve can be determined with the 20-meter length or 20-meter distance per station. So usually dinidivide lang natin yung length of curve into n. Okay? So kung 100 ang length of curve, divide mo lang sa 20, yun yung number of station. Okay? So yan lang yung tatandaan natin ng formula. Okay? So sana clear ang ating symmetrical parabolic curve. Okay. So let's proceed sa ating examples. So we have here symmetrical vertical summit curve has tangents positive 4, which is ito yan, G sub 1 is equal to positive 4%, and negative 2%. So pababa na siya dahil negative. The allowable rate of change of grade is 0.3% per meter station. Stationing and elevation of PT is at 10 plus 0.20 and 142.63 meter respectively. Okay. So, ang pinapahanap sa atin, ano daw yung length of curve? Or ito yung tinatawag natin na L. But since nasa symmetrical vertical summit curve tayo, we know that from PC to PI and PI to PT, ang horizontal distance nila is equal na L over 2. So, L natin, yun yung hinahanap. Okay. So, ito ay L over 2. Ito ay L over 2. The next is compute the distance of the highest point of curve from the PC. So yun yung S1. So sa illustration natin may sagot na. Okay? Pero try natin na lang i-prove. Sige, i-prove na lang natin. Pero kunwari wala to. Kunwari hindi nyo nakikita yan. Wala. Tapos ito wala pa to. Kunwari lang hindi pa yan nag-exist. Okay, so ang hinahanap natin dito is yung S1 o kaya naman si S2. So, solve natin yan parehas to prove na tama yung sagot natin sa S sub 1 or S sub 2. So, next is compute the elevation of the highest point of the curve. So, elevation at summit. Okay. Sige. Try natin isolve isa-isa. So, binigyan tayo ng gradients, positive 4 and negative 2. So, ano pang binigay sa atin? Binigyan tayo ng 0.3% per meter station, which is yung rate of change natin na allowable. So, nag-introduce kanina ng formula, yung R, which is yung rate of change. So, G1 minus G2 over number of station, di ba? So, we know the value of R. So, lagay natin R is equal to 0.3%, di ba? So, 0.3%. So, kahit hindi nyo naman ilagay yung percent na yan, okay lang. Huwag na natin ilagay. Since ito naman is nakaganon din. So, walang kaso yun. So, sinubstitute ko lang yung value ng R, which is 0.3. G1, we have 4 minus, huwag kakalimutan yung sign ng ating forward gradient, 2, negative 2. Yung N, wala tayo yan. Yun yung hinahanap natin, which is N is the number of station. Okay. So, 4 minus negative 2 is 6 over 0.3. So, N is equal to 20. Okay, so paano natin mahahanap ang ating length of the curve? So, di ba, kada station is 20 meters. Okay, so note lang natin. Note, one station is equal to 20 meters. Therefore, okay, yung length ng curve natin is 20 stations times yung 20 meters. Okay? Therefore, ang ating length ay magiging 400 meters. So, I hope it's clear. But pwede naman din ang pwede din naman ang solution na gawin natin is, ito yung solution 1. So, pwede naman direct na. Ano? So, ito yung solution 1, ito yung solution 2. So, pili na lang kayo kung ano gusto nyo gamitin. So, sa solution 2 natin, pwedeng ang gawin naman natin is mag-ratio and proportion na lang tayo. So, length of the curve. So, ito ang length of our curve, hindi ba? Yan na yun. So, yung length of the curve over yung change in gradient. So, paano malalaman ang change in gradient? You simply get the difference between gradients. Yan lang naman. So, equal na, i-equate natin yan sa length per station over the allowable rate of change na R. Okay? So, yung L, syempre, hinahanap natin, di ba? So, yung 4% minus negative 2% is equal to 20 over 0.3. Okay. So, try natin kung gano'n din yung lalabas na sagot. So, yung cross-multiply lang natin, 20 tapos 4 plus 2 over 0.3. So, ang lalabas din na value ng L natin, pag yan yung ginamit natin solution, is 400 din. So, it's up to you kung anong gagamitin yung solution. Ito kasi is parang direct substitution na. Through ratio, and proportion. Okay, so pili na lang kayo. By formula or by ratio and proportion. Anyway, let's proceed to our next item, item B. Okay, so compute the distance of the highest point of curve from PC. Okay, from PC, so S1 ang hinahanap talaga. Pero sige, try natin i-solve din si S sub 2 para ma-check kung tama. Kasi si L natin is 400 na yan eh. Okay, so sa letter B, ang hinahanap is S1. So by formula, S1 is equal to G sub 1L over G1, G sub 2. So substitute lang natin agad yung mga values natin wherein G sub 1 is the 4% and then yung L natin is 400. Galing yan sa solution natin sa first item. So G sub 1 is equal to 4 minus negative 2. So S sub 1 would be equal to 4 times 400 over 4 plus 2. our S sub 1 would be 266.67 meters, which satisfy yung nakalagay sa illustration natin. So, tama itong sagot natin. Okay. So, kung pwede natin kunin yung S2 just to prove na parehas na yung magiging sagot natin. So, sabihin natin, S sub 2 is equal to G sub 2L over G sub 2 minus G sub 1 equal. So, G sub 2 is negative 2 and then 400 yung length natin. So, G sub 2 is negative 2 and then minus 4. So, S sub 2 is equal to 133, which satisfy yung nakalagay ulit dun sa ating illustration. Okay, so pag pinag-add natin yung dalawa na yan, papasok tayo kay 400 meters. Okay. Sige. Simple as that. Okay, proceed tayo sa item C. So compute the elevation of the highest point of curve or the elevation at summit. So para makuha natin yun, kailangan natin si Y. Paano natin kailangan si Y? Di ba binigyan tayo ng stationing and elevation dito sa ating PT. So elevation niya is 142.63. Okay, so kailangan natin mahanap muna itong point A papunta dito sa linya ng PC and PT. Yan buo na yan, hanapin muna natin. And then saka natin hanapin si Y. Okay, so kasi para ma-solve natin ang elevation at summit, ang formula natin is dapat ganito. Is equal to yan, elevation sa PT, i-plus natin yung buo na ito. Sabihin natin yan ay H. Plus H. Bawas natin yung Y. Okay, so kumbaga, mula PT, aangat ka. Aangat ka ng H. Aangat ka ng H. And then bababa ka ng Y. Para makuha mo yung elevation na to. Okay, so sana nasundan yan. Okay. So paano natin makukuha si H? So, di ba meron tayong triangle? Pag inilabas natin itong triangle na to, okay. So, meron kang gradient dito na negative 2. And then meron kang distance dito na 133. Ito yun. Ito, di ba? So, gaya ng pinreset natin kanina, yung formula, H2 ata yun nandito. Tapos, pinag-multiply lang yung gradient and then yung horizontal distance para makuha tong vertical distance na to. Okay. So, we have here S sub 2 o yung 1334.33. And then, ito yung hinahanap natin na H. So, for us to get the value of H, we simply multiply S sub 2 into 2%. So, kahit hindi nyo na-consider yung sign ng gradient, gradient or second gradient natin, okay lang naman. So, height lang kasi hinahanap natin. So, we have S sub 2 is 133.33 times 2. Times 2 times 2%. Okay. So, H is equal to, huwag nyo kalimutan yung percent ha, kasi tataas yung H nyo. So, 2%, 2.66 meters. Okay. So, maliit lang talaga siya. And then, to get the value of Y, you have formula na galing po sa square property of parabola. So, yung Y, yung over natin sa horizontal distance and A is square natin. So, S sub 2 yung squared natin. Okay. So, equal to yung H natin over L over 2. Okay. So, may value ba tayo ng H? Di ba wala din? Okay. So, kunin muna natin yung value ng H. So, yan. We have H is equal to, by formula, we know that H is equal to L over 8 times the difference of our gradients. So, ito galing lang doon sa formula natin. So, mahalagang kabisado natin. So, L, we get the value of L kanina na 400 over 8. times yung 4% minus -2. Okay, so 400 times, huwag niyo kalimutan yung percent. Okay. So 0.04 minus 0.02 over 8. So your H is equal to 0.04 plus 0.02 yun. H would be equal to 3. Okay, 3 meters. So, pwede natin i-plug in na dito sa ating equation, sa square property. So, yung y over natin sa 133.33 squared is equal yung h na 3 meters and then 200 squared. Okay. So, medyo siksika na dito pero sige, sisingit ko na lang dito yung value ng y. Y would be equal to 133.33 squared times 3 over 1 over 200 squared. So the value of our y would be 1.33 meters. So balik tayo dito. The elevation at summit. Substitute natin yung value ng elevation at PT which is 142.63 meters. So tataas siya ng H. Yung H natin is 2.66. And then bababa siya ng Y which is 1.33. Therefore, elevation at summit will be, update lang natin, 142.63 minus I plus 1 plus 2.66 minus 1.33. Elevation in summit will be 143.96 meters. Okay. So, ganun tayo mag-solve ng ating symmetrical parabolic curve. So, mahalaga na alam natin yung square property of parabola. Yung mga formulas natin, babalikan natin yan. Ito din. Tapos, mahalaga din na maayos yung illustration natin. And alam natin kung ano yung i-add, ano yung ibabawas in order for us to get elevations and then stations. Okay. So, let's proceed to our next example. Okay. Sige, proceed tayo sa another example natin. Ano? So dito, it is one of the questions during the CE Board May 2017. So ito ay symmetrical parabolic curve pa rin but kabaliktaran niya. Kumbaga ito ay, I'm not sure kung convex yung tawag dito or concave. But either of the two. Okay. So sabi dito, a descending grade of 4.2% or negative 4.2% intersects an ascending or pataas ascending grade of 3%. So positive and 3% na gradient. So dito daw sila nag-intersect sa station V with stationing 12 plus 325 at elevation 14.2 meters. These two grades are to be connected by a 260 vertical curve. So 260, but since we are in a symmetrical parabolic curve, we simply divide 260, which is 130 from PVC or PC to the point of intersection, and then from point of intersection to point of tangency or PVT, point of vertical tangency is 130. So pag PVC, point of vertical curvature, and then pag PVT, point of vertical tangency. A reinforced concrete culvert pipe with overall diameter of 105 or 105 centimeters to be constructed with its top 30 centimeter below the subgrade. What will be the invert elevation of the culvert? So, ayun, nakikita nyo may bilog dito sa baba. Ano? Okay, so, yun yung culvert pipe na i-construct daw sa ilalim nitong ating, I'm not sure if pwedeng road, or pwedeng sa highway, basta something na curve. You know? Okay, so in-state din dito sa illustration natin that yung culvert is katapat ng ating lowest point. Okay, so kumbaga, ito yung counterpart ng summit natin, yung lowest point na to. Anyway, una natin gagawin dyan is to determine our given. Binigyan tayo ng gradients, negative and positive gradient. Binigyan din tayo ng stationing, and then as well as elevation. So binigay din yung length ng ating curve, which is 260 meters. And then yung other is information na in details about our culvert pipe. So ang tinatanong sa atin is what will be the invert elevation of the culvert? So para ma-solve natin yun, i-drawing natin ng hiwalay yung ating culvert. So pwedeng dito na lang siguro. So culvert kasi natin, bilog yun. Okay. So sige, yan yung culvert natin, yan daw ay 150 centimeters, 150, 105 centimeters in diameter. Okay, 105. But convert natin yung 105 centimeters sa meters. Magiging 1.05 meters. Okay? Tapos, ito yung ating vertical curve. So, binlow up ko lang tong portion na ito. No? Okay. So, ito ay itong part na to, yung bottom ng culvert, yun yung elevation invert. So, dyan nakalocate yung elevation invert na tinatanong na sa atin. Invert elevation or elevation invert. So, either of the two. So, invert elevation. So, pwede din po ganyan. Okay. So, ang distance daw ng top of the culvert natin papunta doon sa subgrade is 30 centimeters or 0.3 meters. Wherein, ito yung point P natin. Point P is yung lowest point natin. So to determine the elevation or the invert elevation of the culvert, lagay natin elevation of invert. Okay, invert elev. So kailangan natin makuha yung elevation at P. Minus the 0.3 na binigay sa atin. Ito yun. Yun from lowest point P to the top of the culvert. And then minus yung diameter na 1.05. So, okay na tayo dito sa dalawa. 0.3 and 1.05. Paano naman natin nahanapin si elevation at the lowest point? So, elevation at P. So, para ma-solve natin yan, kailangan natin yung elevation at PBC. Elevation at PVC. So, minus the area in the grade diagram. Okay. So, ano yung area in the grade diagram? So, introduce tayo ng parang bagong concept or parang uh, new way of solving uh, elevation. Ano. Okay, so itong part na to, pwede ko siyang i-erase muna. Okay. Erase ko muna to. So meron naman na tayong formula na nagawa dito based sa illustration natin binura. So pag sinabi nating area in the grade diagram, ang gagawin natin, ipo-project natin itong PVC pababa. And then, po-project natin itong PVT Okay, so drawing kayo ng horizontal line to serve as the base or yung zero. Okay. So parang itong parang shear and moment diagram. So parang gano'n. So as you can see here, the lowest point, ang gradient dyan ay zero. So pag ganito yung gradient niya dyan, zero yan. Okay? So gawin natin, project natin itong P pababa. Pababa, project natin yan. Okay. So we know na dito sa point na to is yung gradient niya ay zero. Okay. So dito sa point na to, sa PVC, we know that the gradient here is negative 4.2%. So as it approaches PVC, nagiging zero siya. Okay? Yung sa lowest point. And then pag nagpas sa lowest point P, magbabago ulit yung gradient niya hanggang sa maging positive 3%. Okay? So from PVC dito, punta dyan sa portion na yan, we call this as S. O ito yung S sub 1 kanina. S sub 1, yung mga, yung S sub 1 from PVC to lowest point, yung G sub 1 times L over G1 minus G2. So yan yun. Okay. So lagay ko lang din dito. T sub 1 times L, T sub 1 minus T sub 2. Okay, yan din yun. Then ito naman yung G sub 2. Okay. So ang gagawin natin dyan is, nakalagay dito, di ba, area in the grade diagram. So area, so ito yung portion na yan. Yan yung area. Yan yung mga area may shade. Okay. So ngayon, para makuha natin yung area in the grade diagram, ang kukunin natin ng area is itong portion na ito. Sige, ito ka. Ito lang, itong may shade lang. Yan lang yung area na kukunin natin. So to get the area of this, di ba triangle siya? So magiging 1/2 yung base natin na S1 and then yung 4.2%. Okay. Sige. Ang gagawin natin dyan is solve for the value of S sub 1. So we know that G sub 1 is equal to negative 4.2%. And then G sub 1, ayan, 4.2% ulit, minus G sub 2 is 3%. Okay. So yung L natin nakalimutan, yung L ay binigay na 260. Okay. So negative 4.2% or simply negative 0.042 times 260 over 0.042, negative yun, minus 0.03. So we have 151.667 meters. So store natin yan sa A. Okay. Sige. So for us to get the value or the elevation at PVC, di ba binigyan tayo ng elevation at V, which is 1,4 or 14.2. So babalik tayo. Ano? So babalik tayo sa PVC. Nandito na tayo sa vertex. Babalik tayo sa PVC. Then mag-a-add tayo ng height na to. No? Mula dito, i-add natin yun. Sabi natin, ano yan? H. Okay? So 14.2 plus, pataas kasi siya, kaya plus, yung H natin na yan, para makuha yung elevation in PVC. So 14.2 plus, ano ba yung H, paano natin makukuha? Di ba makukuha natin yan by simply multiplying the horizontal distance sa ating gradient. So in this case, ang ating horizontal distance is 130. Multiply yung gradient na 4.2%. Hindi mo na kailangang gamitin yung negative sign ng gradient natin kasi kumukuha lang tayo ng height o ng elevation. So 14.2 plus 130 times 2.042. Yung elevation natin sa PVC will be 19.66 meters. Okay, so pwede na natin gamitin itong elevation at P natin na formula na nagawa kanina. So, pwede na dito. Elevation at P is equal to 19.66 minus area in the grade diagram. Balik tayo dito. Sabi natin yung area daw is 1/2 times yung S1 natin na naka-store kay A times 4.2 4.2%. Okay. Yung sign natin, hindi natin na kinonsider dito sa 4.2% kasi naka-minus na tayo. Okay, so pwede naman elevation at PVC plus area in gray diagram and then consider niyo yung negative sign. Okay. So input nyo lang sa calcu, 19.66 minus 1 half, yung nakastore na value sa A, times 0.042. 16.475 meters. Pero hindi ito yung hinahanap sa atin. Ang hinahanap sa atin is yung elevation sa invert. Okay? So, dito ko na lang sa taas ilalagay para hindi na tayo mag-erase. Sige. Tuwing ko na lang blue. So, sa elevation at P, we have 16.475 minus yung 0.3 natin na from top ng culvert papunta sa lowest point P minus uh, minus 1.05 na diameter ng culvert. So, yung elevation natin or yung invert elevation, 15.125 meters. Okay. So, huwag kakalimutan yung mga unit ng elevation. Okay. So, therefore, our answer would be 15.125 meters for the elevation or the invert elevation of the culvert. Okay. So, nag-introduce tayo dito ng concept natin, yung grade diagram. So, pinoject lang natin yung PVC and then yung lowest point and then sa PVT. So, hindi natin dito sa gitna pinroject. Okay. Dito natin pinoproject sa lowest point. Nakatapat kasi din yung zero gradient. Okay. So, flat lang kasi gradient doon. Doon kasi yung point wherein nag-change totally yung ating gradient from positive to negative. Okay. So let's proceed to another parabolic curve, which is the unsymmetrical. Okay, so let's proceed in unsymmetrical parabolic curve. So kanina, we have the symmetrical and isa sa mga nabanggit natin sa discussion doon, symmetrical is malalaman natin na yung parabolic curve is symmetrical kapag yung distance mo from PC to PI is equal sa distance ng PI to PT. So kaya meron tayo kanina doon na L over 2 and then L over 2 na distance. So dito sa unsymmetrical, since unsymmetrical siya, so yung distance mo from PC to PI will not be equal sa PI to PT na distance. So as you can see here dito sa illustration natin, we have now meron na tayo ditong L1, L sub 1, and then meron na tayo L sub 2. So meaning magkaiba na yung value natin ng distance, hindi na siya equal. Okay? So yung ibang variable dito, ibang distances, yung dimensions is na-encounter na natin sa symmetrical parabolic curve. So kagaya ni S1, S1 is the distance from PC to the summit curve, ay summit point, okay, which is nandito sa illustration natin, okay? So yung S2 naman is yung distance ng summit curve natin from PT, okay? So here, we also have H sub 1. So as you can see in the illustration, yung H sub 1 is the vertical distance from the point of intersection ng ating gradients papunta dito sa point sa gradient na katapat ng summit ng ating parabolic curve. So in order for us to get the value of H sub 1, we simply multiply the gradient to the horizontal distance. Wherein in this case, dinenote natin na x yung horizontal distance na yan. So we have now h sub 1 is equal to x times g sub 1 or yung gradient natin, yung uh, yung back gradient natin or back tangent. Okay, so we also have here the h sub 2 wherein it is the vertical distance from PC papunta dun sa point ng gradient wherein katapat po ng summit. So we could solve it by multiplying the horizontal distance s sub 1, ito po, sa ating gradient or g sub 1. Okay. So we also have here this. So na-encounter na natin to sa unsymmetrical parabolic curve. And since uh, kahit kesyo symmetrical or unsymmetrical yung curve natin, as long as nasa parabolic curve tayo, this square property of parabola is still applicable po. Ano. So we could use this in solving y, o ito yung y, distance ng uh, gradient papunta doon sa may summit ng curve. Ano. So pwede natin gamitin tong square property of parabola as long as given or na-solve na natin yung value ng s sub 1, ng h, and given ang L sub 1. Okay, we also have here the formula of h. So kanina, nung sa symmetrical parabolic curve, yung h natin is equal to L over 8 multiplied by quantity g sub 1 minus g sub 2. So dito sa unsymmetrical, medyo nadagdagan. Okay, so medyo humaba yung formula natin ng h. So in this case, in unsymmetrical parabolic curve, meron na tayong h is equal to L sub 1 times L sub 2 over L sub 1 plus L sub 2 multiplied by G sub 1 minus G sub 2 all over 2. So, yan. So, madali lang naman din siya kabisaduhin kasi almost paulit-ulit lang yung letters niya, yung symbols. Okay. So, dito meron tayong nakalagay na location of the highest or lowest point of the curve. Okay, so, from PC daw, yun yung S1, di ba? So, ito yung summit natin, ito yung highest point. So, ito yung distance na yun. Ayun yung S1, di ba? Ito. So, meron na tayong inintroduce na condition na pwede natin gamitin sa pag-locate ng highest or lowest point of the curve. So, sabi dito, when G sub 1 times L sub 1 over 2 is less than H. So, ito yung gagamitin natin na formula. Yung S sub 1. Wherein, S sub 1 is the distance from PC. Okay, from PC po ito. Papunta dun sa may summit natin. And also, kapag naman daw yung G sub 1 times L sub 1 over 2 is mas malaki sa H, ito yung gagamitin nating formula. But this time, we used S sub 2. Tapos from PT siya. So, ito siya. Yan yung S sub 2. So, ito si PT papunta dito sa ating summit. Okay, ito yun. Ayan siya. So, S sub 2 is equal to G sub 2 times L sub 2 squared over 2H. Okay. So, ito yung mga gagamitin nating formula and the rest, ibang concept, pwede na natin i-adapt from the symmetrical parabolic curve. Okay. So, yun lang naman yung concept ng unsymmetrical. So, if clear naman na sa inyo yung concept niya, so let's proceed in discussing the examples in unsymmetrical parabolic curve. Okay, so proceed tayo sa example natin here in unsymmetrical parabolic curve. So sabi dito, binigyan tayo ng back tangent, which is negative 8%, ay forward tangent na negative 8% na pababa, okay? So back tangent na positive 5%, pataas, okay? The length of the curve on the left side is 40 meter long. So binigyan tayo ng L sub 1, okay? And then on the right, on the other side, on the right side, 60 meters naman, okay? So, the PC is at the station 6 plus 780, and then ang elevation daw ng PC is 110 meters. And at the station 6 plus 800, nakakita daw ng outcrop. So, sa elevation of 108.40. So, ang stationing natin, so kumbaga itong buo na to sa portion na yan, kahit dito sa portion na yan, station yan is 6 plus 800. Pero yung elevation, habang tumataas, nagbabago. Okay? So, ang station daw is 6 plus 800. Doon nakita yung outcrop. So, itong elevation na elevation. Itong elevation na to, diyan nakita yung outcrop, which is 108.40. So, medyo i-blow up ko lang yung portion na yan. So, lagay ko dito. So, ito yung curve natin, which is katapat ng point B. Okay. And then, yung outcrop natin is nandito. Okay. So, ito yung elevation, 108.40 meters. Ito yung outcrop. Okay. So ngayon, ang pinapahanap sa atin sa item A is yung itatambak na fill, yung height. So mula dito sa ating curve or point B, papunta dito sa top of the outcrop. Ano? So yung portion na yan, yan yung tatambak natin. But ang tinatanong is yung height, hindi volume. So ito yung isolve natin. Okay. Itong portion na to, mula dito, papunta dito. So let's just say na yan ay x, x tuloy. Sabihin natin ano na lang yan, y. Okay, y yan. So next, ang pinapahanap sa atin is yung elevation of curve at station 6 plus 820. Okay. And then, elevation at 6 plus 820. And lastly, ang pinapahanap sa atin is yung highest point. Elevation sa highest point. Elevation at summit. Okay. So first, we compute the height of fill na kailangan to cover up the outcrop. Okay, so gagawin natin dyan para mahanap natin yung value ng y or yung height ng fill. Kailangan muna natin gumawa ulit ng formula. So, yung meron tayong binigyan tayo ng elevation at PC, di ba? So, mag-add tayo. Kung nakikita nyo, meron tayo ditong nilagay na y prime. So, mula yun sa may point na ito, mula dyan, papunta doon sa level o doon sa elevation ng PC. Okay, so y prime. Equal yan sa itong y sub 1 plus etong portion na ito, which is yung depth ng fill na kailangan natin. So, as you can see here, dito sa illustration natin, sa blown up illustration, we denote that height as y. Okay, so, elevation at PC plus yung y prime natin. And then, equal yan sa y sub 1 na ito. Saka, itong height ng crop, ay height ng fill sa crop o sa outcrop. Okay, so to get the value ng depth of fill o height of fill, so lipat lang natin yung y sub 1 sa kabila. So y is equal to elevation at PC plus y prime minus y sub 1. Okay. So let's proceed sa computation natin na to. No? So y sub prime ay y prime. So y prime, makukuha natin yan by simply multiplying the horizontal distance. Horizontal distance to the gradient. Okay, so in this case, we have the horizontal distance na 20. Ano? Bakit naging 20? Since ang PC natin is nasa 6,780 meters or kilometers. Since ang ating PC is matatagpuan sa station 6 plus 780. And then yung ating outcrop is natagpuan sa station 6 plus 800. Therefore, ang distance nila is pagmaminusin lang natin itong dalawang station to get their distance. So in that case, their distance is 20 meters. Okay? So balik tayo sa y prime. So sabi natin y prime can be derived or makukuha natin kapag minultiply natin yung gradient. Anong gradient? Yung 5% sa ating horizontal distance, which is 20. Okay. So 20. So y prime is equal to 1. Okay. So, doon naman tayo sa y sub 1. So, paano natin makukuha si y sub 1? So, po pwede natin makuha si y sub 1 using the square property of parabola. Okay. So, ito din yung pinresent natin kanina. Sige. So, square property. Okay. So, ang y natin, y sub 1, over natin yan sa horizontal distance niya from PC. Okay. So, which is 20. And then, square natin. So, equal yung h over L sub 1 squared. Okay. So in this case, L sub 1 is equal to 40. So y sub 1 over 400 na yan. H over 40 times 40 is 160. Yung H, paano natin makukuha yung H? Meron tayong formulang in-introduce kanina. Yung medyo mahaba-haba compared dun sa symmetrical na computation ng H. So we have here L sub 1, L sub 2 over L sub 1 plus L sub 2 times G1 minus G sub 2 over 2. So yan, tandaan lang natin yung formula yan, then lagay natin yung ating values. So si L sub 1 is 40, and then 60 naman si L sub 2. So 40 plus 60 times yung gradient natin na positive 5% minus negative 8% over 2. So H is equal to 1.56 meters. Okay, so plug in lang natin yung value ng H dito, and then cross multiply 400 times 1.56 over 1/6. Y sub 1 will be equal to 0.39 meters. Okay, so babalik tayo ngayon doon sa ating formula na nabuo, which is eto. Ay, eto, sorry. Yung nasa baba, eto. So y is equal to elevation at PC plus y prime minus y sub 1. So substitute lang natin yung elevation at PC, which is 110, plus y prime is yung 1, and then 0.39. So by simplifying, yung volume o yung height of fill na gagamitin natin is, okay. So meron tayong correction dito, no? So yung y na to is hindi, so yung y tama naman, y is yung height ng fill natin, no? But ang kulang natin dito is kailangan pa nating ibawas yung elevation ng ating outcrop. Okay, so nakalimutan natin yung kanina, which is 108.40. Okay, so minus 108.40. So magiging depth of fill ay 2.21 meters. Okay. Okay, so proceed tayo sa problem sa item B. Ang nahanap dito is elevation daw sa station 6 plus 820. So we know that elevation, we know that the station in PC is 6 plus 780. And then kung pupunta ka ng 6 plus 820, ang distance na yun is 40. So yun din yung given sa atin na L sub 1. So meaning, nandito ang ating, so nandito sa portion na to yung ating point C. Okay? So, in order for us to get the elevation at 6 plus 820, we add yung elevation at PC, i-add natin yung distance na to, no? From here, vertex down to here. So, pwede natin sabihin na yung gradient na ito times the horizontal distance. Pwede din yun. Okay. So, mas maikli yung G sub 1 times yung L sub 1. Okay. So, kanina kasi sinod natin yan ng nakahiwalay. Oo, yun yung dito sa problem natin, ay sa solution natin kanina, yun yung y. Yung, yung y prime. Minus. Ma-minus natin ngayon yung H. Okay. So kasi, kumbaga, mula PC elevation, aangat ka ulit. And then, bababa ka ulit ng, ay sorry, mula PC, aakyat ka dito sa vertex. Okay, tapos nakakabababa ng H para ma-meet mo yung elevation sa C. Okay. Sige, proceed tayo. Meron tayong elevation at PC, okay? May G1 tayo, may L sub 1 tayo, which is 40. We already solve H na ba? Hindi pa, di ba? So, pwede natin isolve yan. Pwede natin isolve ang H. So, H, kanina pinakita natin L sub 1, L sub 2 over L1 plus L2 times yung G1 minus G2 over 2. So, L1 is 40. 60 ang L2 over 40 plus 60 times 5% minus negative 8% over 2. So, H natin is magiging 1.56 meters. Okay, so now we could solve elevation at 6 plus 8, 20. So, elevation at PC is 110 plus yung 0.05 na gradient and then 40 na L sub 1 minus 1.56. Therefore, the elevation in 6 plus 8, 20 would be 110.44 meters. So, ito yung sagot natin sa item B. And lastly, for item C, so i-erase ko lang siya. So, lagay ko yung H dito na 1.56 baka magamit. Okay. So, let's proceed to item C. So, for item C, ang pinapahanap sa atin is elevation at summit. Okay. So, dito sa elevation and summit, ang kailangan natin, tingnan muna natin kung asan yung location niya. Okay. So, in order for us to know kung nasaan nga ba si summit, gamitin natin yung condition na pinresent sa atin kanina. G1 times L sub 1 over 2 is equal to 0.05 na gradient and then 40 over 2. So, magiging value niyan ay 1. Wherein mas malaki yung H natin na 1.56. Therefore, from PC, we have S sub 1 is equal to G1 times L sub 1 squared over 2H. So, 0.05 plus yung 40, i-square natin yon 2 times 1.56 na H. The value of S sub 1 is 25.64 meters. Okay? So, in order for us to get the elevation at summit, i-drawing ko muna. So, buburahin ko na tong kaninang illustration natin para mas clear tayo. S1 natin is 25.64 and ang ating L sub 1 is 40. We know that dito siya magfo-fall. So 20 to, lagpas tayo ng konti, pero hindi tayo lalagpas sa 40. So nandito ang ating summit. So ito yung S1 natin. Okay? Sabihin natin yan ay point C. Okay. So para makapunta tayo dyan, kailangan natin dyan is yung elevation at PC. So mag-a-add tayo ulit. Ito yung point natin. So yung portion na yan, papunta dito, sabihin natin yan ay Z or Z. Yan ay plus Z. Ngayon, pag nandiyan na tayo, kunin naman natin yung value nitong part na to. Ito. Sabihin natin yan ay Z prime. Okay? So minus Z prime, pababa tayo para mapunta na tayo sa elevation at C. Okay, so palitan ko tong elevation at summit. Yan ay elevation at C. Sige. Yung Z, itong buo na to, makukuha natin yan by multiplying the gradient to the horizontal distance. So si Z prime is masasolve natin using square property of parabola. So we have here h over 40 squared times yung z prime over 25.64 squared. So yung ating z prime is equal to 0.64 meters. Okay, so balik tayo dito sa ating formula. So elevation at C. So 110 ang elevation at PC plus yung Z natin masosolve yung gradient times horizontal degree ay horizontal distance na S1 or 25.64 minus yung Z prime na nakuha natin 0.64. So elevation at C will be equal to 110.642 meters. Okay. Okay, so usually sa pag-solve ng mostly ng problem, pag nagso-solve ng elevation, ganito yung ginagawa. Okay, sa vertical curves. Okay, so I hope clear ang ating parabolic curve, both symmetrical and unsymmetrical. So I think that would be all for our discussion in both horizontal and vertical curves. Thank you.